You can actually draw the brachial plexus rather quickly, often in as little as 10 or 15 seconds, especially when you're doing it on a piece of paper. Just to give you an idea how quickly you can draw it, here's how I like to draw it, and then I'll go over it a bit. That's it. I'll do it again a little more slowly. Plus I'll label the parts. Not sure how long that took, but probably less than 15 seconds. Basically all you need to be able to do is draw a straight line. You'll draw that 3 times, and 2 of the times you'll add this to it. So there's 1, then just a straight line, then just like you did up top. Now the next step, you're going to draw the same thing twice. Basically you're going to do a chevron and turn the top part of it into an X. When you do the second time, you'll just make the chevron a little lower, the point of the chevron lower, plus the X will be a little lower, but it's the same movement twice. So let me fit that in up here. And of course these make up your posterior and anterior chords. And then the second time you draw the chevron is over here, like that. And really the heart of the brachial plexus is done now. We'll just add in some other nerves. One here, 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3 here, 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 and that long thoracic, which kind of messes the picture up a bit. That's pretty much the gist of the brachial plexus here. Now to the left we have Marmu, M-A-R-M-U. 5 nerves right there. Of course this pertains to musculocutaneous, axillary, radial, median, and ulnar nerves. That would be the terminal branches portion of the brachial plexus. We put a B up here for that. We go on to the chords here, and up here we have the lateral pectoral nerve. And as long as we're thinking pectoral, we can go down to the medial chord and put medial pectoral. And next to that is medial brachial cutaneous and medial antebrachial cutaneous. Antebrachial, of course, is forearm, brachial is arm. But there's a couple neat things here. First of all, they all start with the letter M, plus as you go proximal to distal, you have 2, 3, then 4 letters. That helps keep things in order. And the last one here just happens to have A, B, C, which is another nice way to remember things. The posterior chord here, we have upper, middle, and lower subscapular nerves. Put subscapular right here. And an easy way to remember that is keep in mind we are talking about, pen here, the shoulders over here, this vertebrae. So we got C5, 6, 7, 8, and T1. And as the shoulder goes out, it hangs down. So your shoulder has an upper, middle, lower portion. These just follow the order of the arm, proximal to distal. The middle subscapular is also known as the thoracodorsal nerve, which goes to the latissimus dorsi. And then you have the upper and lower subscapular nerves, which innervate the upper and lower subscapularis muscle, respectively. Lower also goes to the teres major. Over here, we've got the suprascapular nerve. Down here I just put N2S, which is nerve 2 subclavian. Here we put dorsal scapular, and this one here is the long thoracic nerve. Something else I kind of like to keep, like what we had in our last test, was the muscles, number of muscles that these nerves innervate. It's kind of nice as you go 2 by the A, 2 by the L, and 2 down here, and then back up here by the suprascapular nerve, put a 2. Boom, boom, boom. It kind of helped me remember which nerves went to 2 muscles. And the axillary nerve, these 2 nerves actually go to the teres major and minor. And to remember which is which, usually when we're taught, we're always taught minor over major. And as you look at this drawing superiorly to inferiorly, you would have the teres minor going to the axillary, nerve, and the teres major going at the lower subscapular nerve. Of course, the other muscle for lower subscapular would be the subscapular muscle. Pectoral, the median pectoral nerve, medial pectoral nerve, that goes to pec major, pec minor. I think that's it. And I kind of like to draw dorsal scapular goes to 3, and over here in the corner, the musculocutaneous goes to 3 muscles also. And as far as I know so far, I do believe the median nerve goes to 4 muscles. There could be more, but basically this is where I'm at right now. If you want to do any further labeling, this is the posterior, posterior, posterior. And a good way to remember that is keep in mind that the brachial plexus, the lateral, medial, or lateral, posterior, and medial portions of the brachial plexus are in relationship to the axillary artery. So if this red marker here were the axillary artery, it would sit like this, and the posterior section runs behind the axillary artery. So it makes sense that all the branches, the pieces of nerve that make up this posterior cord would naturally be the posterior divisions of the brachial plexus. And there's 3 posterior, 3 anterior, so your anterior, is what's left over. It's pretty simple. And I do believe our teacher likes to label the upper and lower parts of the chevron here, which would be, since this comes from the lateral cord, I'll call this the lateral head, and down here is the medial head of the median nerve. And one other thing to notice, this sort of forms the letter M, kind of a skewed letter M, but an M nonetheless. So M, Marmu, 3 M's down here, kind of helps. The middle subscapular is different because it's also known as the thoracodorsal nerve. That's pretty much it. Like I said, it's very simple to draw. Just 1, 2, 3, chevron, complete the X, and then the same thing, just a little lower with the point, a little lower with the X part. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here, 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 thoracodorsal, or long thoracic nerve there, and then label it. Something else I tended to keep in mind when I was first learning this, here's Marmu again, is roots or rami, trunks, divisions, cords, and branches. The mnemonic I used was remember to drink cold beer. And when you're also looking at this on the rami portion or roots, you got 2 nerves there. The trunks, there's 2 nerves there. The divisions, you got nothing. And then with the cords, you have 7 here, 5 here. So 7, 5, that's 12 plus 4 is 16. That's a pretty good start. I mean, I know there's other little things. There's a communicating branch sometimes, like in the netter's photos, that goes from the medial pectoral to the lateral pectoral. But for simplicity, I think this is pretty good. That's pretty much all I got for now, so that's it. Brachial plexus.